What's up guys, welcome back to my channel, and this tutorial we're going to look at digitizing in GIS, and we're going to learn all that we need to know about digitization of features in GIS. So by definition, digitizing is a process of converting geographic data either from hard copy or a scanned image into a vector data by tracing the features. So during digitizing process, features from the traced map or image are captured as coordinates in either points, lines, or polygon format. And these point, line, and polygons are what we call in GIS as feature classes. And by definition, a feature class is a collection of geographic features that share the same geometry type and the same attribute field for a common area. For example, a point feature, you can take a point feature as a well, electric pole, and a shop. You can take it as a point. And the line feature class includes a road, a river, and a railway. And for a polygon, you can look at an example like a parcel, forest, market, and so on. So without further ado, let's get started. So the data that I'm going to use is the same data that we used in georeferencing class. So if you have not watched that video, I highly recommend that you go back to my videos and check out the how to georeference in ArcGIS. So this is the data that we're going to use today. And we're going to digitize a scanned image. I try to open it. For those who have watched my previous video in georeferencing in ArcMap, will recognize this image, and this is what we're going to use today in digitizing all those features. So let's open ArcGIS. As you can see, my data is in desktop, so I'm just going to click the add button, and if you have not connected your data, just click connect to folder, and link it to the desktop and choose data. And right here, if you scroll down, you'll see it included, and this is my data that I have. And as you can see, it's already georeferenced because it's actually in UTM, as you can see. If I right click on the layer, this layer, just in a table of contents, just right click and open properties, and under source tab, scroll down and you'll see under spatial reference, you'll see that the data is in ArcGIS 1960 and Arc 1960 UTM zone 37 south. So because I'll be overlaying this image in the satellite image, OpenStreet image, I need to convert it to WGS 1984. So that's what I'm going to do. And during the previous lecture in georeferencing, I told you that if we need to transform or convert one projection, move from one projection to another, or move from one coordinate system to another, just need to project, and the project tool is found in Arc Toolbox. Just the menu bar, just find this toolbox and click on it, and find the data management tool, look for projections and transformations, and Today we are dealing with the raster. So we are going to convert some features. We're going to trace some features that are found in this our scanned image. So these are raster data. So you do not need to use this project. You only use this one if you are dealing with vector data. Vector data, that's shape files, and so our data is raster. Just expand the raster tool, and I will see this project raster. Just double click. So our input raster is our raster that we have right here. So if you click on this, just click on it. And you can see our current coordinate system is automatically detected. Output raster, where we're going to store our data, projected data. I'm going to store it in a desktop, but this time around I'm just going to create a new folder and I'm going to name it Digitize. So just open the folder and I'm going to give the projected image as SK, because my image is labeled as SK underscore WGS 1984. Like so, and click save. So output coordinate system is WGS 1984, and I told you previously that it's a geographic coordinate system. And you scroll down to world, expand on it, and find the WGS 1984. This one here. Click on it and click OK. Click OK, and just close this one and give it some time, the process to complete. Depending on the version of your ArcGIS, so you should be able to see the process going on somewhere right here. Or if you want to confirm, you can just open your processing and click on results right here, and you can see there is some process going on. So you just need to be patient and give it some time. Sure enough, being able to now. So we've been able to project this data. Just going to open a new project again, because you cannot overlay data, the different coordinate system. It's going to give you a lot of problems. So that's why I needed to close it down and open a new project. Just going to add the new data that I've just projected. It's in desktop right here, and so you can see you saved it in this folder, digitization. And I'm just going to choose this one right here and click add. And this time around you can see our data is in WGS 1984. You can right click, just right click on it and check under source. You can see under special reference, and now you have WGS 1984. So this is our data. Now we are going to digitize the points. We're going to digitize the lines. So the point features, if you can look at it, this map, I can see we have, I believe this is a outer point or a well. That's one point feature class. You can see you have some schools around. can see some settlement. You have some spotlights. You have shrubs and scrubs. So those are some of the point feature classes that we have. And the line features, you have roads, this one here. You have different classes of roads, and you have some rivers. And as for polygons, you can see you have this forest. So that's why what we're going to digitize today. And now I just need to add a base map. I'm just going to add, I'm not going to add the imagery. My base map, I'm going to add OpenStreetMap. And it's going to load depending on the speed of your internet. So if you look closely, you'll see that my image is properly aligned with the OpenStreetMap. Just going to reduce the transparency so that you can just going to add to 70, so you can see my image is properly aligned. You can see this road is aligned to this one correctly. Everything looks good. So right away, we are going to start the digitization process, and I need to just check the OpenStreetMap, and I'm going to make this 0. Now we need now to create the shape files. Going to create point feature classes. In our folder, and on your right hand side, you'll be able to see this this catalog. And if you don't have it on the right hand side of your computer, you can just find it on menu bar right here, catalog. It's just right here. You can click on it. So under folder connections, just find the location of navigate to the location of your workspace, and mine is right here. So I'm just going to, within this folder, I'm going to create another folder, and I'm going to call it like so. You can name it whatever you want. Then right click on it. You're going to start by digitizing code features, as I said. So we're going to begin by digitizing the spot heights. Then we digitize this. Let's begin by this water point. So I'm just going to right click on my new folder, and I'm going to add new shape file, and I'm going to name it water point, like so. Also, the feature type is point. I told you you have three main feature classes. That's point, polyline, and polygon. Polyline can also be called line feature class. So, and the coordinate system, you can just decide to, it's good to give it the same as our data. So to do that, you can either directly just add WGS 1984, but you can as well click on this this icon here, add coordinate system, and import, and you can choose this one, and this is our data right here, and it will automatically detect the coordinate system. So just highlight it and click OK. So OK, and now want to start digitizing, you need to enable the editor, this one right here. So if you're not able to see it in your machine, it means that you need to add it. Just click on this customize, and put your mouse on this arrow, then scroll down and find the editor. It's right here, or you can as well just right click up here and you'll be able to see it. Let's take it back. So the editor, click this arrow, let's click this editor, click start editing. So you can see all these functions are enabled now, some of them. Then what we need to do is to create new feature. So under editor, you should be able to see these create features. So you have sketch properties, you have attributes, you have this rotate, but we now need this create feature. And now we have point, water point. Just click on water point, and at the bottom you'll see this construction tool. Just click on this point, and you'll be able to see that our cursor now is the point feature class is now attached on our cursor. So you just click on this of water points right here. So just click like that, and I believe that's the only water point that we have on this scanned image. So what I need to do is just go back right the editor and click save. Now I need to stop editing this water point. Another point feature that we need to add, I told you, is you're going to start with these shrubs. So I'm just going to start editing, click this editor, click start editing, and find these create features. But before we do that, we need to create stop editing. We need to create another point feature. We're going to call it an initial file, then we're going to call it shrubs. Inside this point feature, edit. I said we're going to import. I'm going to import from our data source. Click OK. Now I'm not going to digitize everything, just going to sample a few. So click editor, then start editing, then find this under editor, click on this create features. Make sure that you select shrubs, click on it, click points, and quickly you're going to just, I believe now this is shrub, just going to sample a few. like so. Now if your data extend to the other side, just grab this pan, move it, and go back to and construction tool, grab the points, continue digitizing. Just going to do it really quick. So for the sake of this tutorial, I'm not going to be very perfect about digitizing process. Maybe those are enough. Now let's add some. So after I finish, save the edits and stop. Now add another point feature class, and that's you said add shapefile, and again to now we're going to them scrubs. Know the difference between shrubs and scrubs. The point types remain to be point. Said the coordinate systems WGS 1984. This time around I'm going to manually it like so, and you're going to create this. You're going to start editing and make sure that you create features. Click on this create features, and right now dealing with scrubs. You can Google to find the difference between shrubs and scrubs. So these are the scrubs. I believe I'm going to sample a few. I believe these features are found in arid and semi-arid areas. Scrubs, shrubs. Those shrubs can be found in grasslands. So just sample a few like so. Use a pan, move your map. This is a pan, by the way. Can experiment with the rest of them. These are standard tools, and when you install the ArcMap, the standard tools will always be there. So grab the construction tool, grab the points again, continue digitizing. Going to digitize really quickly like so. And if I realize that I made a mistake like so, I can just control Z. If you control Z or move undo, can work perfect. The way you can just right click on this. Want to delete a point, Then right click and open attribute table and select the point that you want to delete and click delete. So cancel the attribute table and continue. And as we continue digitizing, please, if you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe. See, the scraps are really hot. Just going to make sure that the distribution is equal across the map. So now scraps. We can add some here. In this region, you can see like so. And you can see some spotlights. These spotlights actually indicates the height of a particular region. So like here you have 532 meters. Here you have 534. We're going to digitize the spotlights. Just going to add some. Beside you go to new, you add shape files. Going to call them spotlights. Points. I'm going to add what? Okay. Oh, first of all, we need to save the edits for the the previous one. Stop. And we're going to start editing. We're now going to deal with the spotlights. Pick points. You have one here, 578. And in the future tutorial, when we'll be creating contours, I will use the same map, show you how to generate the contours using these spotlights. So I'll be sharing with you this data, so keep it safe. This is what we'll be using to create the contours for this map. The final product of this lecture, I believe the near future will be creating I believe we shall create a topographic map. So just follow along. This one is right here. This one here. There's another one here. There's another one 485 right here. And then here 493. You have 464 right here. But that's enough. Don't have time to digitize everything. So as usual, just click edit editor, save the edits, and stop. Now you're now safe to move to line features. The line features again is going to digitize roads and rivers. And I can see we have some trees, this forest. So let's just quickly digitize some trees. First of all, you need to create feature class for trees, like so. And type in trees. This point is point features. It's now moved under favorite. Click so. Now we're going to start editing. Okay, you have select trees. It's a point feature. Going to do it very quickly, and just going to sample a few. Mm. So that's enough. We can decide to add few points. like so. Click save edits and stop editing. Now let's move to line features. We're going to digitize a few roads and rivers. So the feature class, right click, we're going to add a new shapefile. Now this time we're going to call this one, we're going to start with the roads, and feature type, we're now going to change this one to polyline. Polyline is same as line, and the coordinate system is WGS 1984. Click OK. Going to start with this road right here. Click start editing, choose create features, and choose roads. I'm going to intentionally make some mistakes so that show you how to correct that. So to end sketch, double click the last, you reach the end of tracing a line, just double click on it. So choose a line again just to digitize major roads. Need to do this one. And for purposes, just make sure that you are zoomed in sufficiently. And by the way, you are right clicking whenever you want to you left click. So you might be wondering what I'm doing. So quickly, seems this one is quite long. quite a long road. We're going to quickly digitize it. So digitizing needs patience. Need to be so this is the end. We're now going to double click like so. So we're going again to start from here. Now it's always good to make sure that the snapping tool is on, like so. So make sure that the snapping all this on, so that whenever you point, whenever you're in editing mode and you point a cursor here, it will be able to detect this edge. So I click on that, choose, I believe this vertex. You can see as I hover around, it will be able to detect this vertex. So you need to make sure that you have your snapping tool is on. Just do that. So, because this is quite a straight line, is going to make my life easier. Also, is straight to the end. So this is the end. Just double click. I don't think you need so many roads. So let's digitize this last one and choose to to digitize this one, so we can digitize this. You need to be zoomed in sufficiently because for accuracy purposes, others will end up with some very weird sketches. So So this is the end of this road. I'm just going to double click. Okay. It is taking long. So what I need to do is just to digitize one or two rivers. Just going to save and stop editing. Now going to add another feature class. That's a river. It's a polyline. Just click on that shapefile and name it river. The feature class is polyline. The coordinate system. We're just going to import that. Okay. Okay, I'm going to start editing. Now going to choose river and to reach this Mokoma river. So okay. So I need to zoom in. Double click. So you can see the advantage of turning on the snapping tool. And I repeat again, if you want to switch on the snapping tool, just click on this editor, the snapping, then snapping tool. Make sure that you check all these options. You have edge snapping, vertex snapping. This one actually snaps the edge. This one vertex, and end of a feature. This one is point snapping. So snapping is quite important. It will make your digitizing life quite easy. I'm not going to be very accurate because of time. This is a vertex. That's why the river joins branches from the main river. Uh, this one, but because of time, I'm not going to digitize that one. So let's just digitize this forest. So I'm just going to save edits and stop editing. Now it's going to add another feature class. I'm going to call it forest. Now this time around it's a polygon because we're going to ditch this forest. It's an area. We're going to add coordinate system. We're going to start editing. So we have a forest here. Now before we do that, stop, make it hollow, increase the font, make the font red, G2. Okay, so let's start editing forest. Zoom in. The reason for making that hollow, it will make your life easier. You'll be able to digitize that. Obscuring and the feature. So zoom in. You can see it's quite a challenge. Just doing this on purpose, and I'll show you how to rectify that. This is the end. I'm just going to double click like so. Now you have our forest. Now just stop editing, save, and stop editing. So now you have everything set, and I told you first of all, let's change some symbols here. Like for trees, you can just search for proper features. Just give it this color. Is the size. Change that to green. It's not even visible. I'm going to give it another color. Even let me try again. Yeah, I think that one is now quite it's our trees. Now we have spotlights. I'm going to increase the color that we're going to give it. I believe brown can do. Let's look at how they appear. They're not even visible, so I'm just going to change. Let me give it that color, and they're now visible. Scrubs. Let's choose this, and we're going to change the color to green. This is not right. Let me give it this. That's quite ridiculous, so let's reduce the size to around 38. Let's see how it appears. That's quite okay. Let's go to water point. Rivers. See this symbol for river. I think let's use that and reduce the that's all. I change the forest to what if we do this one, then we okay. these features. Let me remove this outline, the gray outline. So to do that, just find this outline width and change it to 0. So we have a forest that these crabs, you can reduce the size to around 10, something like. Now you have you can give this forest your name. You can now check your base map and see now you have I told you you're going to make some few corrections. I'm going to show you how to correct your editing. So you can see now our edit at this point is quite way off. We need to align it with this the actual road. So to do that, let's go back to editing and start editing. Choose road like so, and use this icon edit tool. So and double click. You need to double click. Zoom in and put your editing tool on it. Edit tool on it. Just double click, and now we have our vertices. Now you can simply move this like so. It's good to add a vertex. You can add a vertex, you can remove, you can continue. This is a continue feature tool. You can just continue editing. Now sketch properties. So we can experiment with these tools. I'm just going to show you how these three, they are the most important ones. I'm going to show you how they work. So like here I need to add, and just add text. You can add like so. But now realize that okay, let me back to edit tool. So and then now I realize that actually added excess, quite too many unexpected. So just going to reduce some of them. I'm just going to click on delete vertex. These two, click this one, click that one, click that one, and I'm going to choose this and align this properly on the board like so. And right here we can see our road is still off. Move that one like that. So when we save our edits, you can see now our road is properly aligned. There's a point also here. Also made a mistake with this edit tool active. This one, edit tool. Double click on this road. Now you can simply move around until you see this little icon. Just drag. So this one also drag. And if you see that you're having problems with the snapping tool, and go back to editing, go to snapping tool, and check everything. Close that. I zoom in efficiently, can now be able to move without problems. But now see, now when I move, this other vertex moves. So what I need to do is to add some few vertices here, so that Move this one. Does not move. Can align this one here properly, like so. We have also this one right here. Can choose to add another vertex here and move this like so. So that's how you can use this edit tool to your advantage, so that make sure that whatever you are editing is perfect and accurate. So that's I believe we have rectified the mistake that we did while editing. Now we are remaining in this forest, somewhere that we made some mistakes right here. So you can see, and now move, need to be zoomed in sufficiently. So it's like you'll have to need to add this need to add some more vertices like so. So that is that one like so. The edits. You can now see forest have been, it's now lined properly. Also this area, that's the last one we are going to correct. That I'm going to show you how to label your feature, or name your feature. Double click again. Okay. We're going to add some one or two vertices here, and we have to move this one at the top there. Move this one right here. We're going to click save edits. Now you have everything properly aligned. You have to stop editing. Now if you want to give you can see now this is a gully forest. Editing into the forest, I don't see the need of this. I can simply delete it, remove, and if you want to remove it completely from the features, just I don't know. Oh, the trees. So trees, right click on this and then delete everything associated with the trees. Oh yeah, Now this is called Kisagali Forest. You want to give it a name. Make sure that your editing tool is on and open the forest. Click, okay. Then open attribute table. Then add just the table option. This table option. Click on it and click add a field. You can see it's not active because our editor is on, so we need to stop editing and try again. This time around it's active now. Add going to label the column its name, and the data type is name is actually text, like so. And this text is quite long. Let's give it like 20 characters maximum. So if I want to label this, it's called Kisagali Forest. I'm just going to start editing and double click in this name and type in Kisagali Forest, like so. And save edits and stop editing, like so. Let's name one more feature, this one water point. It will be done. So you can also label these other features the way you wish. Just right click, okay. And before you start, you add that field. Just click on add field, name again, the data type still text, to add text. Need to start editing, double click and add water point. And save edits and stop editing. Now if you want to display the name of these features, you can just right click, go to properties, or you can just click and click label features, and we can see now water point, the label feature it has given us 0. And if you look at the attribute table, it has chosen the field name to be this FID, and we want label field to be this name. So how do you go about that? Just close the attribute table, open the right click on the layer, water point layer, go to properties, navigate to labels, and here again now to make sure that you're able to see this label field and change it from ID to name. And we're going to change the text to, I normally like to use times Roman number, times New Roman. Choose font size, I think 14 will be okay. We're going to choose color blue and bold, though the point features are not supposed to be bold, so I'm going to leave it like that. Now you have water point. What about the forest? Let's label the forest. You have a forest right here. Right click, go to properties, and you can see the label field is still ID. Change that to name. You can choose your font. The font size, I'm going to give it 14 or 16. 16 is okay. And because it's a polygon features are normally in bold. And I'm just going to change the color to green. I'm just going to leave it black. And so everything is okay. Click apply. Okay. So the label has not appeared simply because you have not enabled the label features. So click on this label features, and it's right here, Kisagali Forest. So it's not visible enough, so I'm just going to give it a conspicuous color. Just going to change this to green, and I'm going to change the properties. Change symbol, edit symbol. Going to give it a background color. So go to advanced and choose text background, and I'm going to click that, choose this one, change symbol. Our background color is going to be white. Okay, click OK again. Okay, and okay. So we have our Kisagali forest is right here. So that's how you digitize. You can label, you can do everything. Again, let us activate our base map, and I can check that. So you have our outer points, you have everything. So this what we are able to digitize. So basically that's how we do a digitize. And we can see now this one is not quite properly aligned. It's still loading. So just go to editing, start editing, and double click on this. Okay. It's not picking because forest is activated now and we are dealing with roads. So click roads and use edit tool and double click on road again. We can add quite a few vertices and align it properly. We can add another one here, and I can choose to remove this. So add some true vertices right here. So add another one, push it back, that, so that, and click save edits, stop editing. Now everything looks perfect. So those are the basics of digitizing in ArcGIS, and everything looks fine. And after we are through with the basics, we'll now create a map. We are going to learn how to create a map, topographic map. And that's all I think for this tutorial. So kindly remember to subscribe if you are new to this channel. Click the notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you'll be among the first person to be notified. So that's all for this tutorial. See you in the next tutorial. Thank you.